Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You are in the Pill Method Club. And the title of this room is How to Pay Off Mortgages in 7 Years, but not just mortgages, but all of your debt. How can we pay all of your debt off, including mortgages, in 7 years? Listen, man, it was cold this morning here, Jared, in Northern Alabama. I still have my jacket on. I'm going to keep it on through the whole show, man, because this is crazy cold here. But you're in California, and I'm kind of hating on you right now, Jared. So you can talk anyway.
Hey, believe it or not, it is pretty chilly in California this morning, but I'm sure the sun will come out. So I can't complain too much. But yeah, it's that time of year, man. It's that time of year.
All right. So we're going to have a good start today. We've got Jared in the house. We've got Miss Kenyatta. Miss Kenyatta, how are you doing this morning?
I'm terrific. Thank you for asking. I'm just preparing to cook this feast and trying to get my bearings before doing so.
Okay, excellent. Rose Allure, Credit Goddess, how are you this morning?
I am Grace. I say Grace. This is great and blessed at the same time. Grace. I am Grace this morning.
I love it. Absolutely love that. Okay, all right. And Miss Tiffany, Miss YCEO, what's going on with you?
Good morning. Oh, I'm doing the same thing over here. I am getting my feast ready to go. It's dessert day. Oh, the candy apple pie, which is sugar-free, is about to get prepared. I'm so excited. I don't do sugar, but I do things that taste like it.
Okay. Excellent. So Kurt Nugent, our fabulous engineer extraordinaire. I mean, executive producer. Listen,
Amen.
whatever name you put on him, he's all of that and 2 bags of chips.
Oh,
Sir,
man, 2 bags, huh?
yes, sir.
Man, I'm glad to be here, Don. I'm looking forward to the discussion today. Looking forward to the room. Excited for the energy that I'm already hearing and feeling, and I'm excited about Thanksgiving. November is a great time in my house. We have 2 birthdays here, 2 milestone birthdays in the house this month. So we're excited about Thanksgiving.
Excellent. So, Jared, sir, listen, we're glad to have you here, our lead moderator. And would you please have the mods introduce themselves while we're getting ready to put the first examples on about refi fantasy and how lowering your interest rate actually can make it harder to pay off your loan faster?
Absolutely. But real quickly, for the folks that are brand new to the room, I would love for you just to give them a quick, idea of what the P.I.L.L method is and what it stands for.
I'll be glad to. My name is Don Daniel, and I'm the founder of P.I.L.L Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. We have found out over the years that for the past 87 years, people have been paying 75% more interest than they need to. So we developed a system after I looked at an amortization schedule. You know that schedule that you get from the bank that shows you how to pay back a loan? After I viewed an amortization schedule, and then I could see the patterns there of how they are charging interest, the fact that I have Asperger's, I see things in patterns and pictures. I'm saying these patterns don't line up, folks. This does not work. It may work for the bank, but it doesn't work for us. We're paying way too much interest. Why do it their way when we could easily do it another way and save tons of interest? So we came up with an acronym, P.I.L.L method. P stands for prepayment of principal, then isolating the principal amount, then leverage, and then liquidity. Once you understand these 4 principles, you will be able to get the basics of how to eliminate 75% of your interest costs, paying off all of your debt in an average of 7 to 9 years without refinancing, without change to your budget, and without sacrificing lifestyle. What do I mean by that? There's a guy that's in our area here because I'm in northern Alabama. There's a guy in our area that talks about don't go anywhere, don't do anything, eat beans and rice 7 days a week, and drive a 30-year-old car and sell pizzas at night. Then take all of that money and then throw it at the debt. And once you're out of debt, then you can start living. Oh no, 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 no. We don't subscribe to that. Because with the pill method, you can live an enhanced lifestyle, save money, grow your savings, and get out of debt in an average of 7 to 9 years. Not just 30-year mortgages, but all of your debt, and live well. We're going to be talking about some of that today, Jared. And this is what we do. And we have, not to mention, we have the only book on Amazon that talks about some of the things that we're going to be talking about here today. So listen, folks, if you're following us on the live stream, you will see that the book is up there right now. So Jared, this is a little bit about me. And how I came to all of this. And I'm just here to share it with anybody who is willing to listen. But not only that, Jared, guess what? We have a fabulous team that has come together that is treating this mission of getting the truth out about how loans work. So you know what the Bible says about the truth. The truth will set you free. So we want to make sure that everybody who wants to can be set free from the bondage of overpaying on interest. Jared, back to you, sir.
All right, all right. Thank you, Don, for sharing that. So for the folks in the room that are new to the P.I.L.L method, that just heard what you're about to learn, go ahead and share this information with your friends. If you're on Clubhouse, click that plus sign, invite people in the room while we go through these intros, and Don sets up his refinance example, which is something you don't want to miss. You don't want your friends and family to miss, because this may help them avoid a serious mistake, or it may help them make a great decision. Either way, it's good information. So click the plus sign, invite people in. If you're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube, go ahead and click that share button and invite your friends into the room as well. They're going to be thankful that you were, giving of this financial information by sharing. Did y'all get that? Man, I'm good. All right. Anyways, my name is Jared. I'm in the tech space. I do a lot of Clubhouse rooms. If you like to check them out, my bio, and look at the replays. But this room is all about Don. So I have all this club, and I'll for my lovely co-moderators to quickly introduce themselves as Don gets his sample set up, and then we will get into the content. So Kenyatta, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jared, and you are good. So my name is Kenyatta, everyone, and you can find me at kenyatta10k.com. And I am a real estate consultant and strategist, and I focus mostly on commercial lending and the business purpose loans, as well as being a licensed real estate broker out of the state of Illinois and growing. And I'm here because I believe in the mission of the P.I.L.L method. And I'm happy that you're joining us today. Again, if you are just clicking into the room, go ahead and click where it says the P.I.L.L method digital business card, or you can go to ice10k.com and go to the right side, and that second button that says Clubhouse Simulcast, go ahead and pick your favorite social media outlet that you want to go ahead and follow along with. And I really urge that you tell everybody that you know about it, because we're about setting people financially free over here. Good morning, everyone.
Awesome. Up next is Credit Goddess.
Hey, everybody. My name is Rose Laura Lewis, also known as Credit Goddess. I am all things credit, where money talks, but credit holds a conversation.
I love that.
I'm a credit score improvement strategist, business credit consultant, and if anyone is in need of my service, you guys can find me on both IG and Facebook at Your Credit Goddess. And also you can visit my website at yourcreditgoddess.com. And I am here for anyone that have any credit question, because this is the key to unlocking and having access to other people's money, and then applying Don P.I.L.L method to pay off your debt sooner than later. Or I would say save money on interest. So I am all for it. This is how we build generational wealth, and I'm here to support. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. It's always amazing to have you. Definitely make sure you tap in with all these moderators as they get through the introductions. Following them unlocks your hallway. Every time they go on stage, you'll see their rooms and you'll be able to see Kenyatta break down credit. Kenyatta break down real estate, Credit Goddess break down credit, and etc. So YCO, please let everybody know what they'll unlock by following you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tiffany, the Y CEO and founder of the YCO Network. I am so excited to be here. I love the P.I.L.L method. I love that everyone is getting financially set free. I was in a room last night with the auto loan goddess herself, Kelly, my cohort, and we were trying to help people get set free of these auto loans and make wise decisions as well. And I told them, y'all don't want to miss this. Get over here at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not just about your cars. It's also about your mortgage. And I want to let you know also over at the YCO Network, we provide support and encouragement for people who are interested in growing their business because we believe that everyone has the potential to be great, but sometimes we need help finding it. And that's why we have that community. So please tap in. You'll see us on YouTube. I am sharing the screen with Mr. Don, even though he can't see me. You all can see him over here on my channels as well. So if you would like to know more information about what I'm doing, you can tap in with me at yceo10k.com or just visit my website, yceo.com. Thank you all so much for having me.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thank you to everybody at Wisdom that's joining Tiffany. So shout out to y'all as well. All right, up next is Kirk, the man with the plan and the vision to get us out there to all these streaming platforms. Please let everybody know what you do and how you can help them amplify their brand.
Hey, man, thank you so much, Jared. And again, everybody that's in the room.
Kirk, you're up.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to Aaron.
I don't think he can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no worries. All right, Aaron, thank you so much for coming up. Please let everybody know who you are and how you can help people to their financial freedom journey.
Good morning, family. Happy holidays to everybody. Thank you all so much for having me and continuing to host this conversation, as I believe that it is just helping people in so many ways. So I'm Erin Porche, everybody, and I'm tuning in from Louisiana, and I help minority and small businesses access, win, and maintain federal government contracts. We're on a quest to help business owners diversify their portfolio and build sustainable consulting practices to sell solutions to the federal government. We are working to build partnerships and help business owners build capacity as well, because the federal government is the largest buyer. And there are so many windows of opportunity that have opened up for small business owners to enter this market on a federal, state, and local level. So we are here to help you navigate this new territory in doing business with the government, and want to let everyone know that we have access, and it is a sustainable way to build wealth, and also put the infrastructure in place so that you can pass on a legacy and contracts to family members and loved ones. So just really excited to be here on today and continue to do this work of building wealth for generations to come, because the time is now and we have access, and it's just a matter of tapping in. So again, thank you all so much for having me. You all can connect with me at erinporche.com. That's ERINPORCHE.com to learn about our solutions and supports that are available to small business owners. And of course, my DMs are wide open. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And let's try this again. Kirk, just want to test this out.
Testing.
Can you introduce yourself?
Testing. Don, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we're gonna try that out.
Listen, I can.
I see what happened. Don's
Mike. So
I
let's
can
try this
hear.
again.
I can hear
Kurt.
Kurt.
Yeah,
Go-
Kurt,
Okay.
go for it again.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, we can only hear
Okay.
you through Don's mic, and
Yes. Yes.
I muted him. Yep, no problem.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I'm coming through Don's mic. I'm actually in StreamYard. I'm actually on screen for those that are watching online. Thank you so much, Y CEO, for letting us know that you could not hear me. Apologies for that. But man, listen, good morning, everybody. I'm hoping that you guys are having a great week so far. I'm hoping that you have your pen and paper as well, because you're going to get some great value, some great nuggets of wisdom in this room. I hope that you have already checked out the profiles of the other moderators that are on the stage. Definitely a lot of value. People that you would want to follow. My name is Kirk Nugent, also known as the Geek Speaker Preacher. And I believe in live streaming, right? I believe your live stream is your digital storefront. I believe that live streaming can help you not only funnel clients to your business, establish yourself as a thought leader, but to help you grow and engage an audience. And an audience will become social currency in the future. So you want to start growing that even now. You are in the right place, in the right space, if you're looking to be able to set up your legacy, right? To create a legacy, not only for yourself, but for generations to come. So make sure you pay attention. If you want to follow me, if you want to learn how to use live streaming to do some of the things that we talked about, absolutely connect with me, kirkrnugent.live /10K, kirkrnugent.live/10K. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. So we've gotten to the time where Don is about to break down an example. So if you are in the room in Clubhouse, or if you're on any streaming service, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, make sure to click that share option and share it to 4 to 5 people so they can get in the room and see this refinance option. And if you're on Clubhouse and you have a computer near you, go to ice10k.com, click the Clubhouse Simulcast option, and then go ahead and choose either the YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter option on the card and go ahead and watch this live. So with that being said, Don, I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Listen, folks, we are 18 minutes into our show today. And listen, today is the day before Thanksgiving. And so I want everybody to know that I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for this information. I'm thankful for this platform. I'm also thankful for the team that is surrounding themselves around this mission. So please know that I'm very thankful for our team that's on our streaming platforms, on our social media platforms that are the entire team that's coming together. And we also have a team right here in Huntsville that makes sure that all the people who are coming to the P.I.L.L method to get information, to see how they can get out of debt, we're grateful to our team here in Huntsville as well, making sure that all of you get great, not just great, but extraordinary customer service from us. So we want to thank all of you. And last but not least, all of the people who have joined our P.I.L.L method family on their journey to financial independence and taking back control of your money. All of you people who have signed up for our program, we most certainly want to show our thanks to you as well. So listen, anyone, before I even get started, Jared and Kurt, is there anyone that wants to talk about what they're thankful for, or what they're looking forward to on their Thanksgiving dinner? I heard somebody say, and I concur, I don't care what happens as long as I get some greens. Okay? I don't care what else happens. As long as I get some greens, I'm going to be okay. Is there anybody else got anything to say about
We got our priorities together.
All right, just a little bit about something. Because listen, man, that's one of my favorite foods. But my most favorite food that is kind of hard, not, at my age. But my wife and I, when we were newly married. I think we hadn't been married that long, but long enough to know each other. We actually at church played the newlywed game, and one of the questions was, "What is your husband's favorite food?" And so they had all the husbands were off stage and the wives were on, and then everybody was mentioning what their husband's favorite food was, and my wife said banana pudding, and everybody thought everybody thought there's no way he's going to say that. So when I came out, when it was my turn to talk, they said, "Don, what's your favorite food?" I said, "Banana pudding." Not your favorite dessert.
Now that's training right there.
Not your favorite
Don't you
dessert,
disagree with
Kurt.
that woman?
Jared, listen, folks.
Absolutely.
Listen, my favorite food, banana pudding. And to
Wow.
this day, it still is. Have
Wow.
mercy. Please, everybody pray for me.
Hey.
We are,
We'll
we
have
are
to stop
praying
by,
for you,
Don.
Don. And you know what? I'm sure everybody in the audience is, shouting out their favorite foods, whether it's turkey or stuffing or mac and
Oh, yeah.
cheese
Oh, yeah.
or ham or whatever the case is. But you know what I want you to let them know?
What?
How can they afford extra turkeys next Thanksgiving?
Ooh, how can we get extra? Right. Yes.
Here
Good,
we go,
Jared. That's
folks.
good, Jared.
Let's talk about that right now. So we're going to load up our first example
Here we go.
to do our thing right here. And this came via a potential client just recently. So we want to thank them for this particular example. And let me see what I can do to kind of blow this thing up so that we can appreciate it more. Okay. Let me see one more time. Oh, that's too much. Let's go back. All right, here we go. All right. So this client recently refinanced, okay, and came to us and said, "Listen, we want to be able to manage our debt better. We heard you, but we heard you after we refinanced, and so this is what we're talking about." And I said, "Now," and I asked two things. How much did you pay for your refinance? That's number one, and then number two, how long were you in your other mortgage before you refinanced? And they said, "Well, we were in our other mortgage 6 years." And I said, "By refinancing to a new 30-year mortgage, do you realize now that you have a 36-year mortgage?" And it was just silence. You're already 6 years into a 30-year mortgage, and then you refinance to get a lower interest rate and a lower payment. Then and then you say, "Okay, and now I get a new 30-year mortgage." Folks, that's 36 years now. Did you realize that the average American, listen close, folks, listen close. The average American refinances their loan every 5 to 7 years. In Canada, it is required to refi every 7 years, every 5 years. It's required. All right. But here we choose to do it every 5 to 7 years. Can you imagine? Americans don't have 30-year mortgages. We have a string of 5 to 7-year mortgages until we die. Folks, it's time out for that. Who's promoting that? So let me tell you something. If you're refinancing to get a lower interest rate, okay, and a lot of people do because this is what we're taught. We're taught if you can save a point or two, go ahead and refinance because you'll get that lower interest rate and lower your payments. Folks, I'm here to tell you, and I need everybody to listen up close because here is the main reason why your payment is lowered, okay, when you refinance. It is not because of your interest rate. It is because you take what you have left, your principal balance, your remaining principal balance, and divide it by a new 360 payments. That is the major contributor to your lower payment, not the interest rate. Okay. So when we ask, why are you refinancing? He said, to get a lower interest rate, that's somehow going to help me pay off the loan faster and save money. I'm here to tell you it does not. Okay, so I said, now how much did we pay for the refinance? And generally it's somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000. This one cost $11,000. And now let me tell you something. How the refinance is sold is this way. When we take the $11,000 and then we take the decrease in our monthly payment, then we are asked to take the decrease. So let's say we're saving $200 or $300, divide that into the $11,000, and then you'll know how long you have to be in the loan to recoup your $11,000. And that's how it's sold. Folks, that is completely and utterly wrong. Don't do it that way. And I'm going to tell you why, because it's very, very misleading to take your savings and divide it into the closing costs to figure out when you're going to recoup what you're paying for the refinance. And here's why. All right. Right now on the screen, we have a refinance here, and it's $255,000. This refinance cost $11,000. So these folks were paid down to $244,000. They refinanced their loan to get this to get a better interest rate. Okay. And then, so now they're making their new payment. And listen, they walk out very happy because their payment has been lowered and they've got a better interest rate than they had before. But guess what? The bank is smiling too. How can they both be smiling? All right. Listen, we have a number of people that are watching this example, Kenyatta. I'm sure we have new people in the room right now that want to be able to see why what's going on with refi fantasy and how it is harder to pay off a mortgage with a lower interest rate. So let's invite those people in as well, Kenyatta. And if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
That's because I got to get off the mic, right? So, hi, people. Go ahead and go to ice10k.com and click that second button on the right where it says Clubhouse Simulcast, and then pick which platform you want to view this example. And then we also have the card right above us that says the P.I.L.L Method Digital Business Card. You can go there as well. We are now on Twitch, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So have your pick, and we'll see you soon.
All right. So here's what we're talking about, folks. So we have a new loan, a new 30-year loan, $255,000 at 3.625. Our new payment is $1163. I'm going to pull up on another one here. Our old payment was $1332.57. And our new payment now is $1163. We'll switch back so you can see $1332. So let's just kind of round that off to about $200. Okay. So about $200 difference. And so everybody's happy. But let me ask you a question. If by refinancing you're saving money, who would have to be losing it? I'll ask it one more time. If by refinancing you are saving money, then who would have to be losing it? And your brain is saying the bank. But for some reason, your lips just can't say that, because the reason is that why would, if that's the case, why would the bank do this? Stuff your mailbox full. They have to pay somebody to make sure that all of these mailers go out, stuffing your mailbox full to offer you a refinance. They're paying somebody to blow up your phone right at 6:02 p.m. when you're sitting down for dinner. Okay? and your phone just starts ringing, offering you a refinance. They're paying somebody to leave you that message, and when you call back, they're paying somebody to answer that phone to take your information about the refinance. They're paying someone to get that over to a loan officer, and then that loan officer works up your deal and then gives it back to you and says, now here is what you can do. You can save about $200 a month. You can lower your interest rate. And then we're going to tell you, by taking that savings, that $200, and dividing it into the $11,000, then that's going to tell you when you are going to recoup your fee. So let's take a look at this. I'm putting on the screen $11,000. Oops, too many. Back up. 11,000 divided by 200. Let's say 200. So that's 55 months. After 55 months, you can get your 11,000 back. Okay. 60 months, that's 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Now, and then if you have to stay in it that long to recoup your recoup your fee. Here's what happens. And do you see what I'm talking about here? 60 months is 5 years. The average person refinances, when did I say? Every 5 to 7 years. Just in time to refinance again and get a brand new 30-year mortgage. That's how it's done. All right. I've seen it over and over and over again. But here's the truth of the matter. The truth is, it's not that. So here's what we're going to scroll down to. Now we have a brand new interest rate that's lower. And so we're taking that 255,000 where we have a brand new interest rate of 3.625. And now the bank wants, over 30 years, $163,664.83 in interest. Now, I've never been a math genius. Like I said, I look at amortization schedules because of my Asperger's, and I see the patterns. That doesn't mean I'm good at math. I'm not good at math. I see things in pictures, and when I put it together a different way, I get a different result. So I'm not good at math. I'm just good at deciphering puzzles and putting it back together so it benefits all of us. So here's what we're talking about. Here's my question. Does $163,664.83, does this number look like 3.625% of this number? Well, the reason why it doesn't is because it isn't. It's actually, look over to the left here. It's actually 64% of that number. So when we amortize 3.625, we actually turn this into 64%. Now, it is required now in the United States, it's required that 3 days before you close on your original loan or your refinance, you get paperwork that says, and on one of these pages that says, here's your new interest rate. It has these words: total interest paid as a percentage of principal. Your new interest is 64.178% if you keep it for the entire 30 years. That came into being in October 2015. Now we've been doing this business since 2006. But when that happened, thank you, President Obama. But when this became the law of the land, my phone started ringing off the hook, and it hasn't stopped since. Okay? When we find out that our 3.625 really means 64.178, what we're talking about. I never thought of it that way before. My goodness. So let's take a look at this thing. Now, remember I said we rolled into this loan the $11,000 fee into this loan. Look what happens. Do you see? Here's our principal payment. This is how much we borrowed. This is the interest on that. So when you throw your $11,000 loan into this thing, you're actually hiding a loan within the loan. Oops. We're placing a loan within the loan. By rolling it in to the mortgage, what you're saying is, bank, please lend me $11,000. You got to pay the fee. So you're asking the bank to lend you an additional $11,000 for the fee. But you're thinking 3.625 in 55 months, I'm going to recoup my fee. Oh, listen, we're doing good. All right. Watch this. Here's cumulative principal. This is the column that adds up all the principal payments. Here's cumulative interest. We're talking column 3 and column 4. Okay. After 1 year, we've paid this loan down by $4,790.79. Folks, this is the fee. When you roll the fee onto your loan, all you're doing in the first months of your new refinance is just paying off the fee. That's it. So in the first year on this mortgage, you've only paid the fee down by $4,790.79. But guess how much interest you've paid on it already? $9,165.21. Folks, if I asked you, would you borrow $4,700 for 12 months and then sign a contract that says you're going to pay $9,000 interest on a $4,000 loan in 12 months? If I asked you to do that, you'd say, heck no, probably not in those words. But no. Okay, here's what we're talking about. All right, so now we're paying back the fee because we're hiding the fee alone within the loan. After 2 years, what? We still haven't paid the fee back? After 2 years, and we're up to 18 grand in interest on the fee. We finally pay back the $11,000 after 27 months. You know what I call this, folks? This is what I call this is how not to pay a dime on your mortgage for 27 months and still keep your house. Because for 27 months, all we did was pay off the fee. Now we go back to the original mortgage we had before the refinance. Listen, are there any mods on the stage? Help me out here. Does anybody have any comments on what we're talking about right now? Any comments on this? Anybody? Chime in. Help us out here. Oh, we've got silence. Listen, folks, we got silence in the house. This thing.
We are speechless, Don. We are speechless.
Absolutely. And some of us are cooking. That banana pudding you keep talking about.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't mention the banana pudding right in the middle of the. Listen, you talk about banana pudding right in the middle of my example. Come on, Tiffany. I got to concentrate. You talk about banana pudding in the middle of the thing. So here's where we are, folks. $11,000. It takes 27 months to pay back $11,000. And look here, $20,000 in interest. So how much did the refinance actually cost? $31,400. $31,400. So listen, Jared, anybody, if I borrow $11,000, and I pay back that money and I pay $11,000 interest on $11,000 loan, what is that real interest rate? Anyone? What's the real interest rate there?
I mean, whatever the overall interest cost is.
Yeah. Okay. So to pay $11,000 interest on $11,000 loan, folks, isn't that 100% interest?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on here? We actually pay 20 almost $21,000 on an $11,000 loan. Wouldn't that be nearly 200%? Folks,
That's accurate.
here's what's happening. Banks refi you to roll the fee into the loan so that they can legally charge you 200% interest on a loan. And these are
I heard
people
you said legally.
with perfect credit. People with perfect credit are fooled into paying 200% interest on a loan just to get that refinance. Anybody, listen, we need somebody in the audience. Come on up and tell us your favorite food and tell us what you think about this. Raise your hand, come on up and tell us what you think about what you just learned about why banks refi you and what is in it for them. Okay. And then we'll get into why it is harder to pay off a loan once you lower the interest rate. And I'm going to repeat that. You lower the interest rate and you make it harder to pay off the loan faster. All right, Jared. Any questions? Anything out there? Listen, I got to take a quick break here.
All right, yeah, let me jump in here. So for the folks in the audience on Clubhouse, you have the special opportunity to hop on stage and ask about your current financial situation or your question about the P.I.L.L method in general and how it can apply to your situation, whether it's student loans, car loans, overall credit card debt. Feel free to raise your hand and come on stage. It never fails. In the last 20 minutes of the room, we'll have 5 hands raised. So don't let that be you. All right, great. We got 2 hands raised right now. Let me find you in the audience.
Jared, while we're bringing people up, can you please share with the people what happened once you shared this information with your parents?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So, I was introduced to Don this year. Never heard about P.I.L.L method, and never knew this was an option. He sent me some information about what he does. I forwarded it to my parents, and I asked them like, "Hey, what do you think of this? You ever heard of this? Does this make sense?" They were like, "Jared, if we would have known about this in our early 20s, we would not be stuck with this mortgage. We would be in such a different situation. We would probably, purchase multiple properties. Your student loan wouldn't be in existence." So they were just like, man, if you can help this guy get this information to people, especially younger people that are starting their financial journey and have no idea about interest costs, and we're just going to haplessly, get a bunch of credit cards and, not focus on the interest, please support this man. So since then, we have been rocking out 4 days a week. And now with Kirk's help, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn and Twitch. So we're about to really help and change people's lives. So for the folks that raised their hands, Lynn, Mame, and Dolores, thank you so much for coming up. You are going to be blessed today. You're going to be thankful that you did come on stage. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into these questions. So let me PTR just to make sure I have the right order. So Lynn, please let us know what your question is and how we can help you. And if you're in the audience and you want to see these examples live, go to ice10k.com on your laptop or your iPad. Click that Clubhouse simulcast button on the right-hand side, and then choose either YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. And by the way, when you're on the Clubhouse simulcast page, make sure to follow Don on all those platforms so that when you're logged into Facebook or you go into YouTube or you check out Twitter, you'll see all of the information Don distributes on those pages. That being said, Lynn, please let us know what your question is.
Good morning. First of all, I want to say that I am thankful for this room. I was just up at 4 a.m. this morning having a conversation with my older brother about what I should do about my home. And he doesn't know anything, but he was just trying his best to give me the best advice. So I have a question. So I have a home. I have a 30-year loan. I've already been in my home for 10 years. I haven't refinanced or took out no home equity loans or anything. But I'm trying to determine the quickest way to pay off my home. My youngest child has 4 years left of high school. So my plan is to have it paid off as quick as possible to possibly like one, move out of state when he's finished, or to actually rent it out and to start working on my second home. I just didn't know if it made sense for me to like double up on my mortgage. I have like less than 100,000 left to pay on my home. So I didn't know if it made sense to like double up on my mortgage for the next 4 years that he's in high school, or if it just made sense to just kind of keep on doing the month to month thing and just let it work itself out. I mean, granted, that would take 20 years, but I'm trying to figure out the best solution so I can pay it off quicker.
All right, Lynn, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. I also had sent you a message while you were talking on the back channel. So
Oh,
it's the same. I just
okay.
sent.
Okay, listen. If you want, please, if you're sending a message that says hi, I'll get it later. But if it's a message that you guys want to have handled during this session, please send it to the main moderators. That would be Kenyatta or Jared, and then they will catch it. And because my focus is talking to you guys and getting the information out. So Lynn, let's talk about your mortgage right now. You say you have about 20 years left on it. And
Correct.
would you happen to know your principal and interest payment? How much just goes to principal and interest? Would you happen to know that?
No, not off the top of my head.
So listen, let me show you something here. Can you remember the approximate amount of the loan when you first started it 10 years ago? Just give me the approximate amount. Give it to me.
160.
$160,000. What is the interest rate?
I think it's like a 3.25.
3.25. Wonderful. Okay. So I'm putting it on the screen right now. And what we have is a principal and interest payment of $696.33. If you're paying taxes and insurance with your payment, then that is added on to your payment. But the principal and interest payment is right around $696.33. Does that sound about right?
Correct.
Okay, so now the total amount of interest that the bank wants on that is $90,000 in interest. $90,678.80. So you are, you said 10 years in?
Correct.
That's 120 payments. So we're going to scroll down to 120. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. That means out of the 90,000, you've paid about half the interest already. You paid about $46,000 in interest while paying your mortgage down by You've paid down your mortgage by about $37,232.91. That is your potential, what I call potential equity. All right. Because you paid down your loan by that much. Let me ask you, if you're working really hard to pay down your loan by $37,000, how fair is it to pay $46,000 in interest on top of that?
I don't think it's fair to pay interest at all.
It is not fair. Let's see what we can do about that. So, in other words, you have about half the interest left to pay. So, if you can pay this mortgage off faster and cut that interest that you have left to pay by 2/3, would that be worth it? Okay.
Yes.
So let's take a look at that. So on average, I'm just talking averages here because everybody's situation is different. Okay. But if we have about 45,000 left, we divide that by 3. Let's see how we can get that loan paid off for only $15,000 in interest or less. Okay. Would you like to be able to do that?
Of course. Yes.
And guess what? It doesn't. And so people are thinking, well, Don, where do I get the extra money? And please write this down. Everybody needs to focus on what I'm getting ready to say right now. You don't need more money to get out of debt faster. You need to pay less interest. And we can show you how to do that with your current budget. You don't have to change the budget. You don't have to refinance to do it. And you don't have to sacrifice lifestyle. Meaning You don't have to, not go anywhere. You don't have to drive a 30-year-old car. You don't have to say, oh, we can't get our hair and nails done anymore. We got to take all of that money that we would have spent on these things and throw it at the debt. That is not the way to do this. You want to be more strategic about it. And we can show you exactly what to do, how much money to move, what month to move it in, what day of the month to move it on, by using a program that's sort of like GPS for your money. That tells you exactly what to do and when, and then you can get out of debt faster with your current budget, because we're showing you how to disrupt the bank's timing, which makes it impossible for them to charge you all of that interest. So yes, if this is your situation, you most certainly can benefit by using an interest cancellation strategy. What do you think?
Yes.
All right. So now I can't give you exactly what to do because I don't know enough about your situation, Lynn. But if you would like to have what we call a savings report, you can go to ICE10K.com. That stands for Interest Cancellation Expert. ICE10K.com. That's ICE, the number 10 and the letter K for all of you who are on audio streaming. And then 10K.com, and then find the button that says Get a Savings Report. Click on that, fill out the information, and someone from my staff will give you a call back and verify that information. Okay?
Okay, that works. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much, Lynn, for coming up on stage. And if you're in the audience and you have a question, now is a good time to raise your hand. Some of these examples that Don will go through are very detailed. So Mame and Dolores will get the benefit of that. And if you'd like the benefit, go ahead and raise your hand now so that time doesn't run out, because we do run this room 2 hours. And so we got about an hour left, hour and 7 minutes left. And because Don has so many clients that come from this room, that he needs to get right to it. So with that being said, Mame, please go with your example. And then after Mame's example, we're going to break down Don's book that's in the ICE10K.com link, and what benefits it can bring to you, and what the also bonus offer he's going to provide as well. So after Mame's offer, you'll learn more about that. So Mame, please, hopefully I'm saying your name right, introduce yourself. Let us know what your question is.
Good morning. Yes, you said it right. First of all, I'm very thankful for my family and very thankful for the groups that I join on Clubhouse. It's very helpful. My question is, on 2018, I hire what they call it, a debt relief or something like that, to help me with the debt I had at that time. I had a 2-year program. I was paying them, and they told me, oh, when the credit card call you, just ignore them and stuff. We will work on your credit and we will work on everything. On 2019, end of 2019, I'm done with the program. But I still have issues because I still have banks credit card calling me, telling me, hey, we transfer the debt over. So I wanted to know, how should I handle it? And I've been promoting the company even. Thank you.
All right, Mame, listen, we've got somebody on the stage that can handle information like that. But let me tell you something about what just happened. When a company calls you like that and says, we're going to help you with your credit card, all right, and you pay them, what's happening is they're not paying your credit cards for you. They're storing that money, and they're not paying. And then you go 30 days late, you go 60 days late, you go 90 days late, and it ruins your credit on all of those. So it counts against you. And then once you go to 90 days late, then the credit card companies come back and say, okay, now that company that took your money is now going to negotiate a settlement offer. And then if the settlement offer is accepted, they're going to take that money that you gave them and settle the debts. And it's called settled in full, not paid in full, but settled in full. And that's if they are successful in getting that done for you. Okay. That's the one thing. But from what you're telling me, it sounds like they did not complete the contract and have these things settled in full, because now you're going to get correspondence that says this particular debt is now settled. Did you get any correspondence like that?
So I got some letter, but it's like one or two. But besides that, I didn't get nothing else. And I have other banks, yeah, calling for that.
Ah, okay. Can somebody ping Credit Goddess and see if we can get her back in the house? Or listen, we would love to be able to talk to you about that. So if we can get, now I am not an expert on this. We're going to try to get you somebody who is an expert on this to help you to handle this. But if we can't get her back in here, can we share her information with you so that she can help you with your situation?
Yeah, sure.
All right, listen, this thing is fixable. I want to tell you. All right, it's fixable. It's going to take some time, but it is fixable. But I want everybody out there to hear what just happened. These companies ruin your credit. There is another way to get this done, and you can pay off all of your debt in an average of 7 to 9 years without ruining your credit. And we can use the amount of money that you're making now to get it done. Here's what's required. You have to be able to pay all of your bills, even just the minimums. You have to be able to pay all of your bills by paying the minimums with your current income. If you can do that, you can get out of debt on your own without using these companies that ruin your credit. If you're spending more than you make, now that's a problem. There's nothing I can do about that. But if you can pay all of your bills with the money you make each month, if you just pay the minimums, there is help for you. All right. Mommy, thank you very much for bringing your questions to the stage. Are you complete?
Yes, I'm complete. Thank you so much.
All right. So we're going to make sure that you get back channeled. So somebody make sure that Mommy gets Rose Allure's information, and we're going to.
Yes, she's on her way back to the room, and I'm gonna back channel you her name as well.
Thank you so
I'm
very
here.
much.
She's here.
All right, Rose. Listen. Can I fill you in on something?
Sure.
The young lady right above your head. All right. Here's her story. All right. Um, got in a little credit card trouble. Contacted a company. They said, we're going to help you with your credit cards. And then she started paying them. And then the word to her was, when the credit card companies call you, ignore them. All right. I told her what just happened, but you weren't in the room. Will you explain what just happened to her?
You know what? I was on mute and I'm like, ooh, oh no. Oh no. Okay, so what just happened is either two things. I'm not sure what type of company it is, but it's either a consolidation company or a debt settlement company. And this is to everyone. I don't want to just talk to you. I don't know if it's Mamie, ma'am, but this is to anyone. Mommy. Okay. This is to anyone. If you guys, and I'm glad that you're here, Mamie. So that way you understand it is I always tell people, just make a little bit of more money or learn Don the P.I.L.L method, because what we need to do is we need to cancel out the interest, because it's the interest that's killing us. It's not the principal, it's the interest that's also added on top of that. So every time you make your minimum payment, barely anything is going towards the principal. Just understand that. If you guys are going through credit card trouble, check with Don, right? So that way you can find a way and a solution and strategies on how to get out of it. But what happened to you is that in order for, and this is for active accounts and even past accounts that's been closed down and things like that. But if you're in an open relationship, is like I would like to say, open relationship, and you need to get out of that, what they're going to tell you is that the only way that you can get some type of relief is to actually show that you are in financial distress. And in order for you to show in financial distress is not the fact that you're making minimum payments. You have to show that you're behind on your payments, which is why they instructed you not to make any payments, because once you show that you can't make any payments at all and you're at wit's end is by not making any payments, then they can do some type of settlement, pay less than what you owe. So that's the only way, or unless you ask to bring down your interest payment, but you have to be in good standing for that. But yeah, what just happened to you is that in order for them to settle, you had to go behind on your payments, and they're not going to tell you that blatantly, but that's the only way.
Okay.
So
now that she has gotten into the process, that she is still getting contacted by these by creditors.
original creditor.
Yes, and so is there something you can do to help her out of this?
Because okay, so you're getting contacted because of course you're probably 90 days, 120 days behind. I'm gonna tell you honestly, there's nothing I can do. If you tell me that you're behind on your payments right now, I don't take you as a client, because right now you're in the middle of either getting closed out and being charged off by the original creditor, and then they sell you off to another collection agency, or they put you into collections. What I say, because it's still fresh, is to work out a payment plan, which is why debt settlement companies put this together, kind of force you in it. They kind of induced you into it to then work out a payment plan. But there's not really anything I can do, really. All I would say is that pay off the debt. And then when you pay it off, what you want to request is that they do a pay to delete. So that way it doesn't affect you, because it would still affect you for the next 7 years. And yeah.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
about when she gets all this done? What about rebuilding a credit? Is there anything we can do there?
Now, in the settlement, if she's in contact with the creditor, what she can do is like, I'm going to mention American Express. So say for instance you have an American Express. See, American Express, if you're behind on one card and they close out that one card because you're behind, they close out every single one of your American Express. That's it. You're late on one card, you're behind on one card, and they close that one card, they close every single one. So if that happens, what you want to do is, one, you want to negotiate. You want to create a payment plan. And what American Express have is that they have this program called the Optimal, and they'll put you into that Optimal program in the hopes that you can get back in good standing with them, where you can get an American Express card. But see what you can work out. I know some of them have I know Chase have this liquidation program. They'll close out your card, but if you keep making your payments with them, it will actually show on time. The card will be closed out, but it will show on time payment until it's all paid out. When you do that, that will put you in a better position as to someone that just left the whole debt altogether, like not even making amends at all. But when you're showing that you're willing to pay off your debts and be in good standing with them, more than likely they'll bring you back on. Capital One, they give everyone a try. Hopefully that's not one of the cards that you kind of went behind on, because if so, you would have to make amends with that. Kind of look at this as a relationship, because this is what it is. If it's any of those cards, see if you were to if you were to pay your payments and make a payments, will they open up those cards? What I don't want to happen is that you go and apply for subprime cards, because we want to stay away from those. But check with your banks. You can check with your bank and see if they have a program where it will help you rebuild. Discover have a rebuilding program where as a secured card, you can put money in it, show that you're able to pay, use and pay back and stuff like that. Once they see that, then it's like, okay, you're good. So then they're going to graduate you to a secured card. So rebuilding, just find any program that's willing to that you're willing to work with. Another thing too, look into secured loans as well. Secured loan is one of the most powerful because that's a lump sum of money that's given to you, and then you make payments on time. Do that a couple of times, especially with your bank, and that would definitely put you ahead of the game. And where unsecured creditors will start sending you offers. So it's just getting back into the game of credit, borrowing and paying back. But if you are having money issues, I say work on that first. Try to bring in some extra income so that way you're not put back into the same situation again. Because that's the whole game, is to borrow and pay back. But if you don't have those extra funds, I say work on budgeting, work on saving some money, and then you can tap into credit again.
All right. Thank you very much. Mommy, I hope that helps you.
Yes, it did help me. For the credit, what I did after 2017, 18, I did cancel out most of even my card. I paid it off because the other I just put some on there, and the other ones that was small amount, I just pay it. And after that, I just left with one card, and that's the card that I'm still using. And they even increased the limit, and at the same time, my credit score is right now 700. So, but I just don't know how come the banks are keep calling me. So I was like, okay, this something is really wrong. I tried to call back private capital, but I cannot reach them at all. So this was the issue. But thank you so much.
Okay, so are they calling you right now?
Yeah, I got one that was saying they sell them off the debt. So I was like, how possible? Because all the debt was dated before 2017.
Okay.
And
So what you need to do, if they're calling you right now, ask them to cease and desist from contacting you, and that they need to notify you by mail. And make sure that you record that, because once you record that and they continue to call you, that's a violation of the FDCPA, which is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Every time they violate, that's $500. So I want you to compile that, and I have a consumer attorney that you can send that over to, and then they will go after them for you, so that way you can cease. And of course, you can make some money off of that. Don't be afraid to answer the phone call, but tell them to cease and desist from contacting you, and show them any documentations that you owe them, what they say that you owe. And if they cannot produce that, they need to stop contacting you, and tell them that to not even add this onto your credit report either until they can show proof that you are obligated to pay them. Because it could be just old data that's being passed around because they buy debts in portfolios. So it could just be that your information is in one of those Excel sheets, and they're just contacting you even though you paid it all off. So just tell them to stop calling you. And if they continue to do that, pick up the phone, let it go for like 10 seconds and then hang up, just to show that they're still contacting you, and we can have some type of record to show that they're still contacting you, even though you made a request to stop calling you. They need to notify you by mail.
Thank you so much. I will do so.
You're welcome.
Boom.
Credit Goddess, for those that have
Yes.
a mortgage, since we are in the P.I.L.L method room, can you explain to them how this type of debt can either hinder them or how they can prepare for a mortgage in the future if they have this kind of situation? Because a lot of our young people do have this exact situation. So how can they start preparing themselves for a mortgage? And if the bank does a deep dive, usually these things do come up. Even if they're not on your credit, they can be in another system.
Oh, well, let me tell you how they come up, because I get this all the time. I work with realtors and mortgage brokers, and they usually send me a client that is prepared to buy a home. Their credit is good, no derogatories, nothing. And then the moment that they apply, boom, a medical debt pop up or old debt pop up from the past, right? And I want you guys to know this, that these debt collection companies, you can owe a debt and you think that you're off the hook, but they buy into this subscription where the moment, and they'll buy into a subscription and say, hey, Jared, so I got this debt on Jared. The moment Jared applies for a mortgage, I want you to put this debt on his credit report. Because when you're in the process of buying, And that process is within 21, 30 days, right? So if Jared sees this medical debt just pop up and he's ready to buy a house, he's committed, he's going to pay that debt, because that mortgage company or that lender is going to tell you to pay it, because in order for us to move forward, your debt to income ratio, you need to pay it. And then we would do a rapid rescore, meaning that they will remove that debt off the equation, right? And then do a rescore, which is giving you a rescore without that debt, but you need to show proof that you paid it. So debt collection companies, they're moving really smart with that one to get their money. Now, let me tell you, you don't have to pay those debt collection companies. You're not obligated to them. Right now, some of them will take it to the next level, especially if you live in those metropolitan cities where there's tons of attorneys that they can hire. But if you live in one of those suburban country town, there's not an attorney that will take on the case and fight for that collection company. But you're not obligated to them. You're obligated to the original creditor that extended credit to you, right? So to understand that. So I always suggest that you give yourself a year, 6 months to a year, to look into your credit report and see if there's any derogatories and work on that. Because guess what? Once you start working on your credit, those things pop up too. So at least you'll be able to catch it before you go to a mortgage lender, where it would just be too late, where you have to come out of pocket and pay the debt. So always look into your credit 6 months to a year. Give yourself that time, because once you start challenging it, it does take about 30 to 45 days to receive a response each round. So you need to give it some time, so that way you can see whether you can get it off your credit, because they're not able to validate it or verify it based on the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, that states that anything that's on your credit, whether it's yours or not, it has to be reported 100% correct, 100% complete, and verifiable. If it's not any of those three, it cannot report by law. Okay, so give it some time to do that. And if they are able to validate it, then you can work out a plan to do a pay to delete, so that way you can take care of take care of your business, and then have it off your credit entirely. Because paying the debt is great, but it's still a negative account because it went into collection. So it's going to stay on for 7 years, and there ain't nothing I can do about it. You give me little room to work on that because you assumed the debt. The whole goal is you're innocent until proven guilty, and you put the burden of proof on them, and they have to provide the proof that you owe them, documentation and all, before you settle. So do not pay any debt until you go through that process. A lot of times we tend to skip over that, and then it hurt us in the end. And then, I can't do anything about it and all of that good stuff. So yes, prepare yourself. Give yourself 6 months to a year before you look into buying a house.
Credit Goddess, I've got just another quick thing, just for people who may get this information. When I get that phone call and it says, this is an attempt to collect a debt, any information you give us will be used to help to collect that debt. Are you required to answer any of their questions?
No, you are not required to answer any of their questions. You know that what is that? Miranda, whatever is that called? It's like you have the right to remain silent.
Miranda rights.
The Miranda rights. Okay. I know Queen is on the other line. Yeah, the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything is used against you in court of law. That. Do not assume the debt, and you're not required to. If they say, hey, Don.
Yeah.
Hi, this is so and so from such. We're attempting to collect the debt. Okay. Who are you?
Yes.
All the information about them. Mm-hmm. Collect the information about them, because you don't know who they are. You've never done business with them. And what they're doing is they're collecting the information from you because they don't have it in the first place.
Right.
Because once you provide the information, they have now verified who you are. And then if you assume the debt, they can collect from you. It don't say anything like, oh yeah, I know about that AT&T. Well, I don't have the money right now. Bam, they got you.
Uh-oh.
You assume the debt. So don't assume, do not provide any information. They have to provide that information to you, because apparently if they know they got Don Daniels, apparently you should have all my information. So send me any correspondence in the mail of the alleged debt that you're trying to collect, and we'll go from there. But do not answer anything over the phone.
You mean even if they say something like, well, we have your email here, we just want to just confirm it. Will you confirm that email with us, please? Will you confirm your telephone number?
Yeah. No, you said what do you have on paper? What do you have?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what do you have?
So that's your response. What is it that
Yes.
you have? Don't get any information from me, but what is
Don't
it that
get
you
any
have?
Nope, don't get any information.
There you go.
What do you have on paper?
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you. Listen, you have dropped some major gems today. I mean, listen, this is truly Thanksgiving today. We appreciate you, Credit Goddess, for what you brought to the stage. Mommy, I hope that you got some value out of that. And so I'm going to kick it right back to Jared.
All right. Thank you so much, Credit Goddess, for dropping all that knowledge. And just for the folks that are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter that don't see your Clubhouse bio, what's a quick way to get in contact with you if they have any other questions?
Credit Goddess.
I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. Yes, you guys can reach me at on IG and on Facebook at Your Credit Goddess. And then you can also visit my website at yourcreditgoddess.com. You can also text me at 888-557-5778 if you're looking to book a consultation with me. I have both a free and a paid consultation. The free one is just to give you information about my services. But if you want me to dive deep into your credit and know exactly what's affecting your credit and get a blueprint of what you need to do to correct your credit, that I am offering as well. So those two options are available in my booking link. Go ahead and book it. I prefer the credit analysis, so that way you know exactly what's affecting your credit and how to improve it.
Wow. Listen, folks, one question, that's information seeking. Two questions is a consultation. All right. Listen, folks, here's what we're talking about. We are here in the P.I.L.L Method Club, and tell us all that we need to know, Mr. Jared, about the P.I.L.L Method Club today.
Yeah, so if you're in the room on Clubhouse, feel free to click that greenhouse at the top and follow this club. Also would love for you to click on Don's profile. He has a lot of value on this app, and he also hops on other real estate stages. So if you want to get that bonus information, you got to make sure you're following him. But even more importantly, click that bell next to the follow button and click always on. So as soon as Don hops on the stage, you'll be in a room full of amazing real estate professionals, and he'll be teaching them about amortization charts and interest costs, because as amazing as all these folks are, the banks did not want them to know about this information. The banks wanted their clients to be slaves to interest cost. And Don is waking people up in every single room, every single stream that he does. So make sure you follow him here, but also follow him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as, I believe, Twitch. So if you go to ice10k.com, click the Clubhouse simulcast button, you'll find all of his other socials. Go ahead and follow him there. And if you're on a laptop or iPad and you're in this room and you want to see the visuals as he goes through the next examples with Herb and Jessica, you can go to that same Clubhouse simulcast on your computer. So ice10k.com, click Clubhouse simulcast. Follow him on all the platforms, and then go ahead and stick to one on your computer or iPad, and you'll be able to see Don's pearly whites as he goes through these examples with his co-host Kirk in the StreamYard. Also, make sure to follow all the moderators, and last but not least, click that plus sign in Clubhouse. Invite 5 or 6 people before he goes to these next examples. And if you're on these other streaming platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or YouTube, go ahead and click that share option as well and get people into this room. We have 40 minutes left, and he may go over. So go ahead and let people know now so they can catch the end of this and they can be a part of this learning session. All right. And yeah, I think after this next one, we'll go ahead and bring 10K back in the room and go through the book and how it can be valuable. So right now, let's go ahead and jump into Herb and let us know what your question is.
Yes, thank you, Jared. Thank you, Don, for being in this space.
Yes.
My question is, I just purchased the book and I'm on chapter 7, and I think I'm about to read the OCC calculator. But the thing is, I had my home for 12 years. Then I sold to go to a better school district for my kids, and I would be purchasing another home over the summer. And I just wanted to know, I guess, knowledge you have to pay for it. So the OCC method, I don't know if it's how much you're gonna dive into it in the book, or this is like a subscription, like plan that I have to get from you in order for me to understand the mortgage calculator better.
Right. What we have is a cloud-based computing system, and that is we supplied that to our paying clients, and then that will then do all the calculations necessary so that you can manage your funds to the point where you are putting monies on your debt at the right time, in the right month, on the right day of the month, so that we can calculate your interest savings. So that's what it is. It is a cloud-based computing system.
So now it's best to get the mortgage first before we get the I guess the payment information from you.
Listen, that is a wonderful question, and this is something everybody needs to listen to. Folks, you want to bring us into the process while you're getting the mortgage. Setting up the mortgage correctly is more than half the battle. There are some things that here's what I want everybody to know, and this is this is a gem right here. All right, do not get your mortgage information on how to best manage the mortgage from the people you are buying the mortgage from. They are not the best source of information on how to manage this mortgage in a way that is going to benefit you. So let me ask you a question. The chicken who is building the chicken coop, is the chicken going to ask the fox for instructions on how to build a chicken coop?
No.
No. Okay. So here's what I'm saying. Don't get your information there. Get it from somebody who's going to advocate for you. Okay. So it may seem like, now let me ask you, anything that the bank offers that it looks like it's saving you money, the more money it seems like it's saving you, the more you need to look at it sideways. Okay? Because that's not their job. Their job is not to save you money. Their job is to make money. So if it seems like it's saving you money, you need somebody that can help you navigate those waters to make sure that you come out on the other end by not doing what everybody else has done in the past. So let us help you with that process as well. We are not just the technology. We are the new financial education. We are your financial literacy now. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. So bring us into the process early and make sure that you don't make any mistakes in setting up this loan by the tips that the banking industry will give you that makes it seem like you're saving money, but it's actually making them a ton.
So now those information, is it how do I do that? Is to get the information to your website, and then I need to be a subscriber, like let's say within like 2 months before I start the process, or when do I do that?
Well, listen, let me ask you, when is the best time to start saving money?
There's not the best time. You always have to do it.
Hey, Don, my answer is yesterday.
All right. So listen, there is contact information in the back of the book, or you could go to ice10k.com, contact our office, and we will start you on the process. There's a whole process here, but not everybody engages the same process. So for me to give you a blanket answer, give us a call, and let us help you engage the process. And if you're worried about having to pay us, let me tell you something. When you call, you're getting the information. We're going to tell you what you have to do next, and if what you have to do next is going to cost you. All right, it's going to require a fee. All right, it may require a fee, but it will not cost you. All right, I'm going to say that one more time. What we do for you may require a fee, but it will not cost you. Because if we're charging you, you're going to save so much money on the back end that you're going to be glad that you offered up the fee to save you thousands of dollars that you now don't have to pay. So yeah, there may be a fee, but it will not cost you. All right.
Don, and how long do that that fee carries? Like, how long they have you basically in your services?
Listen, if you have us as a service provider, you have us for life, and it is guaranteed for life. Probably one of the only lifetime guarantees out there. So we have to do a good job for you, or you don't pay. So you get your money back anyhow. And in 16 years, we have an A+ rating with Better Business Bureau, and absolutely zero complaints in 16 years. Now, there are a lot of good companies out there that have complaints, and they've handled their complaints. They solved them. They resolved them. We don't have any. So listen, you don't have you have no risk in working with us. Okay. So go to ice10k.com for interest cancellation expert. ICE, the number 10, the letter K.com, and contact our office. We will then be able to help you. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you, folks. We have a lot of content out here. All of this content that's going up on the social media platforms. You want to visit our rooms, and you want to go through this content several different times. When you are ready, contact us. When you're ready to move forward, contact us. All right. If you're just information seeking, please get your information here in this room, or go back through the broadcast and you'll be able to see that. When you're ready to move forward, that's when you contact us. And so after you've been in the room maybe 2-3 times, and you're absolutely sure we're a company you want to do business with, then give us a call. Don't call us to find out if you want to do business with us, if we're worthy of your business. Do all your research before. There are just too many people calling us right now for you to try to vet us that way. Make sure we're a company you want to do business with. Do all your due diligence. And when you're ready to move forward, then give us a call. All right? Back to you, Jared.
I'll do that. My wife also is reading the book. So once we're done, and like I said, it's in the summertime, we'll be looking to get the house. Then I will call you before that.
Yes.
I guess before the summer, once we're ready.
Yes. Listen, give us a call, and when you're ready to start getting pre-approved for your loan, that's when you want to bring us into the process.
Okay.
If you have debt right now, then you want to contact us yesterday.
No, it's just like it's regular loan. It's a car loan, student loan I'm paying off.
Like I said,
nothing like negative that I'm behind.
Like I said, when is the best time to start saving money?
All right, I got you.
Yeah, man, get that savings and earnings report. Change your life, brother.
All right.
Thank you so much for your question. I appreciate you. And
thank
Don,
you.
Yeah, no problem. And Don, Herb mentioned that he's on chapter 7 of this book.
Yes.
Can you tell people a little bit about this book and what the benefits they'll be able to get out of it? If they read it, if their friends read it, what will they be able to learn and take away from it?
Listen, out of 33 million titles on Amazon, 33 million books out there, over 33 million books. There's only one, the one you're seeing on your screen right now, The P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt, is the only book that helps you to get the basics of how an amortization schedule works and how to defeat it. There's only one book out there right now that's actually telling you how that you can defeat an amortization schedule optimally. Now, you have the debt roll down system, you have the snowball, you have the avalanche methods. All of those work. All right. But what we're talking about is, what do I need to make sure that I'm paying the least amount of interest that's mathematically possible? There's only one program out there that focuses on your interest cost. All the other programs, as beneficial as they are, focus on how to pay down the principal and when you're going to be done paying the principal. None of them talk about the real cause of long-term debt, and that is your interest cost and being charged 75% more interest than you need to pay. So if you want a system that's actually going to actually help you with your debt, a chiropractor once told me, says, Don, if a patient comes to me with a headache, you know what? I have to tell them that your headache is not caused by an aspirin deficiency. Your headache is not caused by an aspirin deficiency. There's something that's causing that. Okay. Your problem with long-term debt is not the money you borrowed. It is the interest cost on the money you borrowed. So let's focus on the disease, and that way we can give you the cure. So the P.I.L.L method is the cure for this disease, interest cost. That's what you're going to get from this book. And once you get the book, guess what? We're going to make sure that you get a 10K card. So it's 10K in the building, because we want to go straight to we're going to go straight to Kenyatta so she can tell them how they can get their 10K card after they get the book.
Actually, 10K is not in the building, but the Y CEO is. So if you could just let them know a little bit about what they get with the 10K card.
So sorry to disturb. Do I get that card?
Listen, you bought the book?
Yes.
All right. Do you still have the receipt?
Yep. So
I got it on Amazon.
Yes. So get a picture of that receipt, and then Kenyatta is going to tell you what to do.
Okay, guys. Don is good at some things, and he's not the best at other things.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
What up, fam? Click on the link at the top, and just click on the button that says "I'm ready." Upload your receipt, and our team is gonna get you your 10K card, sir. It's that simple. You see, don't know how to save your interest. I know how to save you time in talking. God damn, Don, back to you.
Did you get that, Herb?
I cannot.
Nah, I didn't get it. He said something on the top.
He said, click the link at the top and you will find a link there where you can sign up and get your 10K card. But right now, we'll explain it to you in a more efficient way.
This room is being sponsored by 10K Cards. It's the authorized digital business card on and off Clubhouse. Get all of your combined links in one place. Your website, all of your social media handles, plus multiple ways for clients to pay, like Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and payment. Yep, you heard us. Payment. PEYMYNT. We've formed partnerships with the best brands on the app, like the P.I.L.L Method, Payment, and BAM.eco to help Clubhouse users earn more money while they're on and off the app. What are you waiting for? Click on my link today and get started with your own 10K card. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program already in progress.
All right, let's talk.
Hey, yo, Don, if you have a couple minutes there, right?
Go ahead, Sean.
Queen Tiffany, I just clearly got an opportunity while listening to that transaction to understand that we need to make a commercial directing individuals exactly as to how we connect here to P.I.L.L method. So we're going to do a commercial saying, okay, when you go to Amazon and you purchase the book, then you click on the button that says, I'm ready, submit your. So that will be a commercial that we play in this room from now on. So that was an opportunity right there. I'm glad that it happened. And most importantly, let's see how we can keep adding value to the audience, not only on stage, but more importantly, the ones in the audience. Because they're the ones who's there with their notepad and their computers, making notes and taking action. With that said, Don, I just want to drop that in.
Oh, listen,
so we're going to do a commercial specifically speaking to what we do exactly here in this room.
Thank you so very much. So you were kind of garbled. So I need Kenyatta to go ahead and translate what you said about how Herb can get his 10K card.
That part.
That part.
Thank you. Thank you. And so what everybody has been trying to say is you want to go to ice10k.com. You want to go to the link that says I'm ready. And you want to upload your screenshot of your receipt. You're going to build out your card to your specifications, linking your website and your social media outlets and anything else you want somebody to know about you. You're going to designate a place for us to send that card, and voila, you'll receive your 10K card valued at $100.
All right.
That part. And that's why she's Kenyatta, and that's why the YC is right next to me. Back to you, Don.
All right. All right. So do we have...
Okay, Don, we have to address the elephant in the room. Where's your energy, Don? Don, where is your energy this morning?
My energy is here, man. My energy is here.
There we go.
It's
okay,
not.
Now
It's.
I can hear you.
It's.
Now
Listen,
I can hear you.
It's not waning. What at all? Listen. Before we get back to Jared, Kurt Nugent, our illustrious, fantastic engineer. I was wondering, do we have any comments, from the streaming audience that we can talk about?
Absolutely. We have a couple of comments. One here from Letty. Letty says, good morning. Good morning. I am thankful for the P.I.L.L method. Of course, this is the thanks season. I'm thankful for the P.I.L.L method program. It keeps us in check. I thought we were good with managing our funds. This program was a reality check and fast forwarding us to our overall goal. Thank you. In this Thanksgiving season, Letty wants to let everyone know that she is actually thankful for the P.I.L.L method. Thank you so much, Letty, for that comment. We have Justin Mead sharing that this is excellent information. And then Jonathan Jones with the quote. This is something that Don said earlier in the broadcast today. You don't need more money to get out of debt faster. You need to pay less interest. Thank you, Jonathan Jones, for that soundbite. Thank you so much for that quote. We could make that into a meme, Don, and send that all over, because that is a message that people need to hear, and that will help them to find what you are doing here and get on the right track, just like Letty. Having that reality check, what did she say? To manage their funds and fast forward them to their overall goals. That's some of the comments that we have here online, Don, and I think the audience is enjoying what's being shared.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Kurt. Let's see. So we're going to go back to Jared right about now and see what else is happening on our stage here in Clubhouse, and see what else we can talk about today.
All right.
So Don, I just want to get a time check. What time do you have to get to all of your clients?
Oh my goodness! All right. Listen, how much time do we have left in the show?
So we have 20 minutes left. We got 3 people. Yes. So I just want to get a time check, or just kind of let you know if you can keep your answers a little concise. If you have a hard stop, I'm here for you as long as you need me, though.
Let's do that. Let's keep me on time today. Let's see if we can get everybody done on time today. So we really appreciate that very much. There are so many people waiting to talk to us, so we're trying to get everything fit in just before the holidays. So listen, go ahead and keep me on time.
All right, perfect. So Jessica, please let us know what your question is, and yeah, thank you so much for coming on stage.
Hi, yeah, I just wanted to know what was the best way to pay down credit card that has high interest if you're current on it, because I know you guys talk about trying to get rid of the interest that you're paying. So that was my question.
All right, Jessica, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well, thank you.
And you're current on your credit cards?
I'm current, but the interest is it's taking me forever to pay these cards off because the interest is so high.
All right. So here's the thing. How long have you been current? I mean, how many months in a row have you been current? Can you give me some idea?
Yeah, probably for the whole year.
Ah,
I'm current.
okay. So first of all, here's what you're going to do. You're going to call each and every one. Okay.
Okay.
And you're saying, listen, I'm thinking about switching credit cards, but listen, my interest rate is too high. Okay. And I need you to take a look at that and see if we can lower my interest rate. Okay. Now, here's how the conversation will likely go. And I need everybody to listen to this and take some notes. Okay. Here's how the conversation will likely go. When you call and ask for somebody to lower your interest on your credit card, it is already on the person that answers the phone. It's already on their screen. If they can do that for you, it's already there. Okay. So they're going to offer you the first offer. Here's what we can do for you. And your response is going to be, oh, well, thank you, but is that all you can do? And then they're going to give you the second offer on their screen. And you're going to say, that's great, but can you do better than that? And they're not required to go beyond that one. Then you ask for a manager. So thank you very much for this, but would you mind if I spoke with your manager to see if I can get something a little bit better than what you can offer? And then you'll talk to the next person up, and then you're going to get the final offer. Does that sound like a plan?
Yes, it does.
So now you're going to do that with all the credit cards. We're going to get your interest rate lower. Now, here is a mistake that a lot of people make. Okay. You have been told to pay, do not pay just the minimum on your credit cards. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Are you trying to adhere to that and not just pay the minimums on your credit card?
I'm trying to pay more than the minimums.
Okay, so here's what you're doing. Okay, you're spreading yourself too thin. You're trying to pay more than the minimums on more than one card. Don't do that. Pick one and funnel all your money at that one. You know, listen, I wasn't a bad kid. I was a fairly good kid. All right. But I learned how to use a magnifying glass. Have you ever used a magnifying glass outside in the summertime?
No.
Well, see, here's what a magnifying glass can do in the summertime. If you focus the sun's energy through that magnifying glass, you can burn wood. You can burn ants. Oops, I'm telling on myself. And you can burn the kid right next to you. So listen, folks, I'm just like any other kid. I wasn't a bad child, and I'm not a psychopath. I mean, I was just a regular kid. But I found out what when you focus the beam on a magnifying glass, what it can do. When you focus all of your extra funds on that one card, you will see it melt away much faster. Please do not spread your extra dollars on multiple cards. That's what's taking you so long. Does that make sense, Miss Jessica?
Yes, it does.
All right. So if you want a better plan on how you can pay it all off, then you want to contact us at ice10k.com, and then we can maybe show you how you can do it even a better way and get rid of all of your debt in a record time while you're building your savings at the same time without sacrificing lifestyle. What?
Yeah, I'll definitely be contacting that website.
Yes, that part.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, Miss Jessica, who's next?
All right, Frankie, thank you for coming to this stage. Please let us know what your question is.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. God bless. My question is, I'm interested in purchasing a home.
Yes.
And I've been looking at different programs such as NACA and Dream Home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any information regarding that as far as are those programs beneficial to a first-time home buyer like myself?
All right, listen.
Hi, Frankie.
Don, can I just say that I'm actually going over to NACA. And so, Frankie, if you want more information, I will definitely share that with you. Just go to kenyatta10k.com, reach out to me however you like, Instagram, text me, whatever, and we can chop it up.
All right, listen, Kenyatta, tell him why he should listen to you. Come on now.
Because I kind of know a little bit of something about this, and because I'm kind of mission based, and because I am a licensed real estate broker as well as a commercial purpose loan officer, and I offer business purpose loans as well. Been an entrepreneur for over 20 years, just been around the block. So yeah, I could talk to you.
Yeah, that part, Frankie, that part. All right. Listen, we want to get you that right information. And listen, there's some good programs out there that for first-time home buyers, and you want to talk to a knowledgeable realtor and someone who knows something about loans. And you've got all of that in one package with Miss Kenyatta. Thank you very much, Kenyatta. Who's next?
All right. Up next, we got Anita. Thank you for coming up on stage. Please let us know what your question is.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Thank you all for welcoming me to the stage. Don, this is a quick question. I was on the call earlier, had to fall off, but there was a topic on refi. And so I want to just give you a quick update and ask you if I'm going in the right direction. So I have a home, been in the home for about 3 years, decided I went from about 4.6 to a 2.5. Thought that was really pretty good. I did a small cash out. I'm about to close actually at the end of the week. So I was listening to your conversation earlier, and you're like, okay, banks are having you refi for their benefit. And I'm like, oh my God, did I make the right decision doing this? So I wanted to just kind of throw that out there and ask you if there's maybe something else I should be looking at before I actually close this deal.
All right, that's a very good question. Here's what we want to do, folks. Right now, it can be determined how much interest you have left to pay on in your current situation. So if you know how much interest you have left to pay, that is the cost of managing your loan. Okay. If you know how much interest you have left to pay, then when you do something, you want to make sure that you have less interest to pay after you make a change. If you're going to make a change, make sure you're putting yourself in a better situation. Now, with the P.I.L.L method, we're already, if your information was in our system, we're already showing you that you're going to be cutting your interest cost by about 2/3. Okay, by about 2/3. And then if refinancing was going to benefit you, then you would plug that into our opportunity cost calculator, and then it would do the math for you to tell you if you're going to be in a better position by refinancing. So the long and short of it is math will tell you what to do. Feelings will lie to you. Math will tell you what to do. So we'll do the math for you. But here's just a couple of ideas. Are you still on? Are you still? Can you see our examples on the screen?
I cannot.
Okay, so I'm going to put something on the screen here. So I want to share this, but I'm going to talk about it, and then maybe we can go over that and answer that question for you as I talk about it. So folks, what we're having put on the screen right now is a $255,000 mortgage that has been refinanced, okay? And it cost $11,000 to do it, all right? And once we have that on there we go. This is lowered our payment, okay? And our payment now is $1163. All right, a payment is $1163. And let's see here. And then if our old payment was $1332.57. Okay. The new payment $1163. Old payment $1332. All right. So now here's what we're going to take a look at the old payment of mortgage of $244,000. This payment here at 300 and the principal payment is $341.26. The interest on that is $991. Now look, folks, I need you to take a look at line 2. If you prepay line 2, the 342.68, let's say the first payment is due in January. February's principal payment is $342.64. If you prepay that before the next month, before February, you knock out line 2 on your amortization schedule, and your next payment is on line 3, and you save the interest that was on line 2. You never have to pay it. So, but it's going, if you would put an extra $342.64, this is the current loan these people were in, but they chose to refi it to get a lower interest rate. Okay? So, and then by that, they were also getting a lower payment. So on the refinance, now remember this number, $342.64. Now, we're going to take a look at their interest rate on this. It was 4.875 on the $244,000. Okay, $244,000. Interest rate was 4.875. They said that's too high. That's almost 5%. So we want to get a lower interest rate. So they got a lower interest rate. They got it down to 3.625. All right. But it cost them $11,000. So we had to add $11,000 on it. That made it $255,000. But look at this. Here's their payment. Ooh, it's lower, almost by $200. They were real happy with that. Now, when they make their very first payment, look at the principal payment now. It's $392 on the principal, and the next one is $393. Remember, all we had to do before was come up with an extra $342.64 to eliminate a payment. Now with the refi, we have to come up with $393 to eliminate a payment, and it costs us 11 grand to get it. So I'm telling you, folks, so now tell me, is it easier by lowering the interest rate? Have we made it harder to pay this loan off early? Anyone? Does anybody get what we're talking about?
Definitely.
Don, it sounds like it makes it harder to pay off.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm having this second thought now.
Yeah.
If I made the right decision.
Well, the only way we can really tell, Anita, is to do all the math involved. Okay. So if you want to, our consultation fee isn't all that much. It's only about $150. All right. But we can save you thousands and thousands of dollars in interest by not making a particular mistake, and find out if it's going to be better for you to refi or to stay right where you are. Okay. And either way, you're going to find out it's going to save you thousands of dollars. Now, here's the other thing on this, because if you weren't in here before, this couple that refinanced, all right, rolled their $11,000 into the loan. Were you in here earlier?
Sorry, Don, I was, but I don't remember the couple.
Okay.
I came on right when Lynn came off the stage.
All right. Well, here's what I'll make it short. They rolled $11,000 into this. All right. So their closing fee was 11 grand, and they rolled it right into the loan. So they're rolling a loan within the loan. They're hiding the loan within the loan. All right. So they have to pay off the first 11,000 to get back to their original 244,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right. So now in the first year, they only pay off $4,700 of the fee. That's in the whole first year of making their mortgage payment. They only pay off $4,700 of the fee, and it costs them $9,000 in interest to get to that point. In year two, they're only going to pay off $9,700 of the fee, and it's going to cost them over $18,000 in interest. It will take them 27 months to pay off the $11,000 fee and another $20,000 in interest on top of that, Anita.
Jesus.
To pay off the fee. So their total fee for the refinance is $31,000 before they get back to their original $244,000, and it's going to take them over 2 years to get there. So let us take a look at your situation so you don't fall into this trap. What do you say?
Yeah, Don, I'm for that. You know, sometimes as people, we run away from stuff, but I need to figure out if I'm making the right decision. So let me hit your 10K card, and I'm sorry I'm commuting, but let me hit your card and connect with you offline. And I want to do this.
Listen, we'll be glad to do it. And listen, folks, right now we're just letting you know, the consulting fee is only $150, but it's going to save you just the knowledge alone is going to save you tens of thousands of dollars. It's going to be the best $150 you ever spent. Lord have mercy. All right, Jared, who's next?
You know what? We have completed it out on the stage. So we made good time. We have 4 minutes left. So, Don, if people want to get in touch with you one more time, how can they get a savings earnings report and meet with your team?
All right. So what you want to do, folks, is to go to ICE10K.com. That stands for Interest Cancellation Expert. ICE, the number 10, the letter K.com. You will find a button there on my business card that says Get a Savings and Earnings Report. Input your data. Once you input your data, then someone from my office will call you back to confirm that data and then set up a consultation. The consultation is only $150, but our average interest savings is over $150,000. So listen, don't let that worry you. Come on in and find out how this can work for you. All right. You will know the month, day, and year you can be debt free and how much interest you can save. And the interest savings, we're going to show you how you can turn that into generational wealth for your family. So not only will you know the month, day, and year you're going to be debt free and how much interest you can save, we're going to show you the potential earnings of those savings if properly invested. There you go.
Awesome. Awesome. So everybody in the room, make sure you click that greenhouse at the top, follow this club. There's an add member button on that page as well. Go ahead and go crazy. Add everybody in your network. You are literally spreading the gospel that the banks do not want you to know. Because back in slavery times, it was illegal for slaves to know how to read. Because if the slaves know how to read and they outnumbered the slave owners, they would have easily been able to revolt with all that knowledge they would have been able to get. That's exactly what we're doing with this method. You are slaves to interest cost and you had no idea. Don is giving you that vision, that 2020 vision of how you can save interest cost. And we'd love for you to share this with everybody in your network. So if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Wisdom, or Clubhouse, make sure you're sharing this with everybody in your network, as well as make sure you follow him on all the platforms as well, because he gives different knowledge in different groups. So make sure you go to ice10k.com. You get an earnings and savings report, but also click that Clubhouse simulcast and go ahead and follow him on all platforms. We do this room Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time, and Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and set that on your schedule. And please feel free to join us every single week, every single day, because I've been doing this room 4 days a week and I learn something new every single day. So if I say that, I would love for you to experience what we experience here as well. Also, for those in the audience, if you go to the P.I.L.L method at the top, you'll be able to see replays of the previous rooms. What's great about these replays is you can actually watch them and clip the parts that are really interesting to you and share them with your friends and family, or you can go ahead and share the entire recording with friends and family. So go ahead and get all this knowledge that Don has in the P.I.L.L method club by going to the club, following it, and then going ahead and sharing these links with your friends and family. They will be super thankful that you did so. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is some quick 60-second outros. And then we're going to pass it to Don, where he'll tell you for the one more time about the book, Or actually, you know what, Don, let's just get into it now. Please let everybody know about the book and why they should get that book.
Because out of 33 million titles, there's only one book that talks about what we're talking about here. How to defeat an amortization schedule, how to understand it, how to read it. And as you said, it was illegal to teach slaves how to read. What if the slaves had learned to read and just one slave found a book on military tactics? It would be a whole new country today. Okay. All right. So, folks, what we're trying to do is say, listen, get the book. All right. And then once you get the book, then get a 10K card that goes along with it. Just go. Once you get the book, click on the link that says I'm ready. And then you'll find out how you can upload a screenshot of your receipt and receive a 10K card. I want to thank you so very much for doing this. Now, listen, before Jared comes back, if you're streaming, I need you to do what I've heard. I've seen this happen. They said, okay, I need you to follow. I need you to subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, right. Like, share, and subscribe, and then click the notification bell. Okay,
yes.
Like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell. That is so important to helping to get this information back out to everyone. All right, Jared, back to you, sir.
All right, so I'm going to set the tone with the introductions or outros. So my name is Jared Albritton, and I have been in the tech space since 2006. And because of my experience in tech, I want everybody else to have that same amazing experience. So I've been spending a lot of time on Clubhouse, doing rooms on how to break into tech, as well as connecting people to tech recruiters. So I have a room today at 6 p.m. Eastern time, where we'll have about 30 to 40 recruiters on the Clubhouse stage from Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, you name it, they'll be there. They'll be giving out roles that they're hiring for. You can come on stage and shoot your shot. We've had over 50 people get placed into tech roles through this room. My goal is to get more diversity into tech. I want to see more people that look like me in the room. So if you are interested in tech, feel free to give me a follow. If you want to connect with me on other platforms, you can connect with me at Jarrett. That's JARRETT 10K. So Jarrett10K.com. And all of my socials are there. And look forward to connecting with you and hopefully helping you or your family member or loved one break into a super lucrative field, because tech is the future, and tech is the most recession-proof industries, because when the economy goes down, companies buy more technology. It just doesn't fail. All right, cool. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it to Kenyatta so she can introduce herself, and then we're going to go down the line from Rose, Wise CEO, etc. So Kenyatta, you got it.
Thank you so much, Jared. This was another beautiful opportunity for us to share Don's the P.I.L.L method, Daniel, his genius. You know what I mean? And I am so excited to be a part of it. And it was a no-brainer to be a part of it since day one. And if you want to connect with me, my name is Kenyatta. You can find me at kenyatta10k.com. And it has been a pleasure to serve you today. And as always, we appreciate your presence and pray that we've earned the privilege of your time. Credit Goddess.
Hey, you know what, Jared, you made me want to get into tech.
Hey, that's where it's at. I'm telling you.
I know. Right? I know. I'm a tech girl. I love tech. Hey, everyone. My name is Rose Laura Lewis, also known as Credit Goddess. You guys can find me on both Facebook and Instagram. I'm mostly on Facebook because I like to talk. So you guys can find me there. I also have a group. Yes, I do have a group where you can get free information. You guys can scroll down in my bio. You'll find the group. It's myself and Queen, Money Queen, Credit Queen. We both on that platform, just sharing our knowledge and resources. So you guys can find me there. If you guys are looking to book a consultation, I prefer that you book no texting because there's so much that we can talk about on credit. So I prefer to do a credit analysis and go over your credit with you. You can text the word book at 888-557-5778, or you can locate that information on my 10K card, creditgoddess10k.com. Thank you as always, Don, for hosting these rooms. I learned so much as well. This allows me to provide this information to any client that I speak, and definitely would send them your way. So thank you, Don, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Bye-bye.
Oh, I love it, Queen. I am picking up the mic. I'm Tiffany, the Y CEO. I want to thank everyone who's streaming on all my channels. I want to send a shout out to the 60 people who've hung with us on Wisdom. I love it. I'm glad you all are getting great value here. You know, we are the fast and furious family of finance. Yes, I just came over. We are the triple F threat over here. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't contain it. I'll be trying to hold it back, y'all, but money talk and freedom just gets me excited. You know what? Tonight, I want you all to join us in the YCEO Network Room at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be talking about big life changes, how to plan for next steps when that settles after a career change, a divorce, an empty nest experience, the kids going off to college. They don't care about you no more. They want to hear from you. Or retirement. Now what? When the dust settles, now what? We're going to be answering the now what question tonight at 5 o'clock. You don't want to miss this. I've been through all of these except for the retirement piece. But we've got people who've been through that as well. But I will tell you what, we are the triple F threat, fast, furious family of finance. And please come back here every single time that we're here, because we're always going to be giving you value, because we really, really care and we want to make an impact on your life. We are life changers and we're here to make an impact and to change your life forever. I'm Tiffany, the YCEO. You can meet me over at YCEO.com, or you can find me on any streaming channels at YCEO or the YCEO. I'm out.
All right. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. You can hear me, right? Don, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure you could hear me. Listen, I'm always thankful for the opportunity to jump on screen and hang out with Don. And this is an amazing room. This is one of the things that my company does, Composition LLC. My name is Kirk Nugent, also known as the Geek Speaker Preacher. And we believe that live video is your ticket, right, to notoriety, your ticket out of obscurity. You want people to know you, like you, trust you. You want to go live. And Don is doing that in an amazing way, being able to stream on all these platforms. If you like what you see from Don, right? If you like his gear, his setup, come on, Don, look at the camera real quick.
Come on, man.
If you like those colors, if you like that mic, if you like that camera, that's the work of Composition LLC. In fact, I'll be going live in less than an hour on Amazon Live to talk about some of the deals that are available this Black Friday, some of the deals that are available this discount season. I'll be talking about some of the things you might want to purchase for your live video journey. And then later in the day, around noon, I'll be going live to talk about 5 tips for optimizing your website. So those are some of the things that you might be able to find from me. My name again is Kirk Nugent, Kirk R. Nugent on all social media. KirkRNugent.com is the website. Would love to have you in the comments, in the spaces as we talk about some of these things today. Thank you again, Don and the team, amazing team here, for the opportunity to share. Thank you.
All right. All right. Who is that it? Is that everybody?
I thought there was
Aaron,
one.
you're
I
up
thought there were
next,
2 more.
please.
Good morning, everybody. This was an amazing session. I just appreciate the information that is being shared. And I just want to encourage everybody to not only get the information, but assess where this aligns with where you are in life and how you can leverage the information and apply it, and take action, follow up. Click ICE10K.com and book the session, get the book, share the information with your family and your friends for those that are not here on Clubhouse, because this is so valuable and it can truly change the narrative and the trajectory of your life and your business. So, to the team, to the family, I appreciate you all for having me. I'm Erin Porsche. You can learn more about me by clicking the link in my bio, and also connecting with me on Instagram. If there's anything in my bio that resonates with you, please feel free to connect and reach out. I am available. So thanks again for having me, and happy holidays to everyone.
And real quick, I just want to announce Don is so close to 5K on Clubhouse. So there's 60 people in here right now. If you have not followed Don yet, I want you to go ahead and click his face and go ahead and give him a follow. Click that bell notification after you follow him and click always on. So when he hops on the real estate stage or a finance stage, you'll be able to hear him spit this knowledge. But he does this room completely for free. So give him some social digital currency, click on his face, give him a follow, and let's get him a 5K before we close out the room. With that being said, Mike, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jared. This is a fantastic space. I always love hearing about beating the amortization schedule. It's such an opportunity to save money and, to really change your trajectory of your life. Along with changing the trajectory of your life or saving money, you want to make sure that after you get yourself saving money with Don, that you save some money and protect your greatest asset, which is yourself. That comes actually in the form of health insurance. 69% of all bankruptcy in the United States is due to medical debt. Well, that was pre-COVID. That's oftentimes because people have the wrong plan or they don't know how to use the plan that they do have. They get themselves an EPO when they should have a PPO. They get themselves a short-term plan when they need full coverage. There's a lot of nuances to it. Open enrollment ends January 15th. If you do need coverage, let me know. I'd love to make sure that you're taken care of. I'm a nationally licensed, award-winning health insurance broker. Health Unicorn Mike, obviously the guy with the unicorn on his head. I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs and their families. I have access to 95% of the plans. I'm licensed in 33 different states, and I've been in the industry for about 9 years. So if you do need coverage in regards to health insurance, feel free to hit me via back channel or hit me via IG. Get part of the 10K family. Don, Jared, Kenyatta, Kirk, everybody had such great points and give you such great value. If you get a chance to be part of that 10K family, make sure you do it as well. I have a 10K card, but you can hit me on back channel or IG in regards to health insurance. I thank you guys for letting me be part of the forum, and I hope you guys have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving, and help Unicorn Mike out, your friend with benefit options.
All right. Thank you, all the moderators. So if you are on the other streaming platforms, definitely take advantage of these other moderators by following them on their websites or hop into Clubhouse. Go to the P.I.L.L method in Clubhouse, join the club, and then check out all the replays that are in the club. You can also check out the replays in Don's profile. So that's another important reason why you should follow him, so that you have that library of content at your fingertips. So Don, I'll let you have the last word and we'll go ahead and close it out.
Listen, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. We are thankful for you. And we're thankful that you decided to share your valuable time with us. We'll be back here on Friday. So so listen, bring some friends back. And remember, if you're on our social media platforms, please follow, like, and share. Get this information out so that you can be a part of the change for someone else. We thank you so very much for being with us today. Looking forward to bringing you back here on Friday and bringing you all this fabulous content. And I'm so thankful for our team that has assembled to get this thing done. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how grateful I am for our P.I.L.L Method team that's getting the information out there. All right, folks. Listen, we'll see you on Friday, and we're ready for our what is it? Our outro. All right. Let's go ahead and give them the outro, Jared, and then we'll do the countdown. Thank you so very much, everybody.
All right. The outro music, or
yeah.